All right, StatueHunter's 75 here, YouTube. How you doing? Very special StatueHunter's 75's Bags and Boards, episode 33. It's New Comic Book Wednesday, February 6th. I'm filming this right before the end of the day. It was very late. So I'm probably not going to post this till tomorrow, February 7th. But it is technically filmed on Wednesday, February 6th, New Comic Book Day. I went to my favorite local comic shops today. Let's go in order. Let's go to how I hit them today. First, I went to Harrison's Comics, and I invested heavily in 2 books. Both were... See, comic book collecting is a mix of things. It's a passion. It's for art. You buy things for cover buys. You buy things for investment. You buy some books to flip or maybe trade for other books, better grades, better books that you want. It's a mixture. It's a mixture of passion and investment. So today I invested heavily in 2 hot covers. One, I just feel might do something down the road. A lot of comic shops pulled them and held them aside, and a few others sold them at cover value. So we'll see what it does. And the other one, it was speculated for some time now. It was sold out for months at certain large comic shops like, Midtown Comics in New York and stuff. So, and the other book that I invested heavily in is already selling for like $12 all over eBay. So let's get into it. You'll see how heavily I invested in it. So the first place I went to was Harrison's Comics, and I picked up a few books. Actually, I just want to make sure I got all the right books from Harrison's here. You know what? There's a few others. Let me find them. Where did they go? Where did they go off to? I just want to give all the credit where credit is due for what I bought, where I bought it. I picked these up here. That's really odd. Put aside a couple of books and... Oh, here they are. Okay. Here's the remainder of books that I bought at Harrison's. Okay. Just want to start off the video right and get all the books that I bought there. So, let's start with the heavy investing. I bought quite a few of this cover, which it was a cover value. And it's mainly a cover purchase because it's a really beautiful hot cover art. It's Tony Stark Iron Man number 8. It's almost like a part 2 of Demon in a Bottle. It's like an homage, kind of. It's just a really hot cover of like whiskey on the rocks in a glass with Iron Man in a really cool iron suit, like drowning in the whiskey. So kind of like Demon in a Bottle part 2. So my personal speculation was that this book will be hot down the road. It hasn't started selling like crazy yet on eBay. I mean, it's selling for pretty much cover value plus shipping. So, I bought a few, but could be a dud, but it could turn out to something down the road. I just really think the cover's hot, so I feel like it's going to do something. This other one, I really think the cover's hot, but this was heavily speculated that it was going to do well, and it is doing well. Well, it's already selling for like 12, so it'll probably be like the hottest book of the week, or one of them. So it is the variant cover to Harley Quinn number 58. It's a really cool cover. At cover price, of course. I didn't pay over cover price for these. They're selling, like I said, for like $12 plus shipping on eBay right now. Just really funny with the bat there in front of the headlight. And just cool, like anime style. My daughter will love this cover because of the pink and purples and blues and everything. But I got quite a few. How many did I buy at Harrison's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll see if I flip these or hang on to them. We'll see when it's like the stock market. You gotta know when to sell. So we'll see what happens. Maybe that book will just keep going, but highly unlikely. Maybe I'll sell it while it's hot. I also picked up this Cave Woman variant. And it's Cave Woman number 8, I believe. No. Doesn't really have a number on it. Maybe it's a one-shot kind of. It's called A Wizard, a Sorceress, and Miriam, Cave Woman. So maybe it's kind of like a one-shot, but really cool. I don't know if you guys know what this is. It's based on the Franzetta Conan. So really cool cover art. That's why another cover purchase for me. I opened it, pretty graphic inside, a lot of nudity. I didn't realize it was like that, in all honesty, but mainly bought it for the cover because it's a Conan, Franzetta Conan homage. So really cool cover. And of course this series is just smoking hot. This is a second print, and sometimes the second printings are super rare. So I still have to pick up, I have it held at Counterplay Comics, the regular cover for this week's issue, I think is 13. So this was a reprint, second print of 11. So I picked that up. And key issue that I got, my father had some health issues over the weekend. Very mixed weekend for me, mixed emotions. My dad had a little health issue. He's doing a lot better. He's good now, so he's coming out of the hospital, so everything's good. But I wasn't able to make it due to that, to Harrison's. They had like a big 25% sale, but Larry always takes care of me, and John's very good to me, so I got he still gave this to me at the 25% off. Just one book, not all of them, but this one, so it was really nice of him to do that, so I appreciate it, because I've been wanting to pick up this Edge of the Spider-Verse number 5. It's the first appearance of SPDR, or Spider, whatever you want to call it. That anime mech spider type character from Into the Spider-Verse. So those are the books I got from Harrison's. Moving on now to my next adventure. I went to another one of my favorite places, saw my good friend Anthony over at Counterplay Comics, and I didn't get much from Anthony. He sold out of the Harley Quinn, which is fine because I got plenty of it elsewhere, so I'm not complaining. I ended up picking this up because this is the first appearance of that character, Shadow something. So this was the first appearance, Avengers number 14. So I did pick this up there at Counterplay Comics on Cabot Street in Beverly. And I'll tell you what, before I get through the rest of the books, go there. Check this place out. Really, check this place out. Cabot Street in Beverly. Did I say Counterplay Comics? I'm sorry, Paper Asylum. Paper Asylum, Cabot Street on Beverly. Go to Paper Asylum and talk with Anthony. He's there most of the week. Pete's there on the weekends. Lauren's there. They're a great cast over there. Great staff. Anthony is the guy to chat comics with. He will really give you a wealth of knowledge on all kinds of comics, and he always comes through for me. Whenever there's a super rare indie comic, he wasn't able to come through for me with Harley Quinn. No big deal. Got plenty of it elsewhere. He got me this cool cover that I asked, and really huge right here. Probably one of the biggest books of this week, besides the Harley Quinn, because it is also selling for upwards of like $12 to $15 already. I mean, it was a $6 cover. Super obscure, independent book. Very gory in a weird way. Magical Beatdown Volume 1. The girl's like a video gamer, and she just beats the shit out of these guys and murders them, and it's pretty gory. I flipped through it really quick. I wanted to keep it in perfect condition because it's a number 1 of a really weird indie comic, and it might do something down the road. You never know. It was one of the hottest books of this week, and near impossible to find. Super low print, so it's got to be a low print because none of the big comic shops had it that I stopped in at. Like I said, Harrison's didn't have a single copy. Comically speaking, they didn't have a single copy. None of these shops that are known for ordering lots of comics, and even independents, did not have a single copy of this. You know who had this? Paper Asylum had this. Thank you, Anthony. Always coming through for me on the ones that are hard to get. So check out, seriously, go see Anthony. I almost, these places that I love, like Paper Asylum and Counterplay Comics, and they're smaller shops, and they're gems because they got great stuff, and I almost hate sending people them because I want to keep it all to myself. But at the same time, it's a catch-22 because I want them to do well, and I want them to flourish because they're great shops, great owners, great people working there. So go check out Paper Asylum on Cabot Street in Beverly, please. Talk with Anthony. He will hunt down the books for you. Go talk to Eric at Counterplay Comics in Burlington. We'll get into the books I got there later. Just two great stores, Paper Asylum, Counterplay Comics. Just great small stores that has some good stuff in them and good people working in them. So that was it for Paper Asylum on Cabot Street in Beverly. Moving on to the next stop of the day. After that, I had ventured over to Comically Speaking, I went to go see my friend Pat at Comically Speaking, and I picked up a few of these books. I have a feeling this might do something. It's a second print of Conan #1. Great story, awesome cover of Conan the King on the throne. Just wicked, cool cover. So, you know what? I wasn't going to let this one slip through my fingers. Never know, these second prints, sometimes they're worth more than the first prints. Sometimes they're low print runs. That's what gives them their value. So I didn't want to miss out on it. So I grabbed this second print of Conan #1. I also grabbed the second print black and white version of Conan #2. Second printing also. Never know, could be a low print run. I also grabbed the current print variant, the Skrulls variant of Conan #3, which is just really cool art with Conan slaying a Skrull right there. Just cool. So all over the Conan universe. Moving on to former part of the Conan universe. Red Sonja, just a really sexy cover for #1. There's a million of these Red Sonjas out there. Who knows? This might not be worth anything, but it is the #1 issue. Beautiful artwork, very sexy, bloody Red Sonja, so I picked it up just in case. An independent book from Image and Top Cow, Vindication #1. I think it might go somewhere. You never know. A lot of these comics with diversity, and it's hot now. It's our world. It's politically correct and all kinds of diversity, and not that that's a bad thing at all. It's a good thing, but it's just the in thing right now. So everyone's promoting this stuff, so it's hot right now. So you never know, this might go somewhere. It's a first appearance. I don't really know much about the story. I should know more, but I haven't read it yet. So I got it to learn about it and read it, and I'm sure I'm gonna like it. So there you go, Vindication #1. I think that might go somewhere. Incredible Hulk number 449, introducing the Thunderbolts. This is the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. I just picked it up because it was the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. It might go somewhere. It's speculated. I think there's a show coming out with them possibly. Really cool Mike Diodato Jr. artwork, and it's Hulk. Can't go wrong with Hulk. It's a first appearance, and it's Hulk. So I grabbed it. It was a good price. Like I said, I invested heavily in this. Another store I grabbed one of these at was Pat's, at Comically Speaking. So I grabbed one of these covers and one of these covers, the Holly cover. So that's what I got at Comically Speaking in Reading, on Main Street in Reading. Moving on to the final stop. Eric called me, and he knew I was on the lookout for some certain key issues. He happened to acquire some today, and he was like, I got something you're going to be interested in, so come check it out quick. So I went down there, checked it out, and you guys, wow, I got some good stuff there today. I spent some dough at Counterplay Comics, but I got some great books. First off, the Marvel previews, Captain Marvel, was free. Hey, something for free. I got 2 of them. Can't go wrong for something for free. He also got the really cool variant of the Age of X-Men #1, Marvelous X-Men. Just love this cover. Storm with the white eyes, really cool with the badass look. Love Storm, cool character. Keep calm and make it rain. So wanted to pick this up, grab this. Very happy that I was able to grab this because most of the other places didn't have this variant, so I was able to grab it. Not a bad price, and the 20% off. So Eric always takes good care of me. Of course, like I said, I invested heavily in these books. Maybe I bought too much, but we'll see. Hopefully they just take off and it's really a good investment. So I got more of this cover because I love the cover, and I got a few more of these Harley Quinns. So, hey, they're selling for good money, so But on to the beefy stuff. Here's the real meat right here of the new Comic Book Wednesday. Spider-Man and Captain Britain. First U.S. appearance of Captain Britain, because it's a Marvel comic, but it's a UK Marvel comic character. Captain Britain is from the UK. This is his first American appearance in an American comic. So there you go. It's Captain Britain. It's a Marvel team up featuring Spider-Man and Captain Britain number 65. Great comic. It's also, not only is it the first Captain Britain U.S. appearance, but it's the first Arcade. So the first appearance of Arcade. Moving on, I got... This is the second appearance of Carol Danvers, and it's the #1 premiere issue of Captain Marvel in his own solo series. Excuse me, so I picked that up. Moving on. First appearance of Quasar. It's the Incredible Hulk number 234, and it is the first appearance of the character Quasar. So it might be something down the road. Got it for a good price. With all the hype of the Spider-Verse, she's rumored to be one of the big three in the next female Spider-Verse movie. Here you have it. Jessica Drew, first appearance of Spider-Woman, the original Spider-Woman. This is her first appearance. It's Marvel Spotlight on the Spider-Woman, number 32. Happy to acquire this at a great price. Solid copy. Really nice. Don't see any ticks on that spine. Really nice copy. Very happy to have acquired this. Thank you, Eric. Even more happy to have acquired this. I just bought one at Pat's a little while ago. I kind of traded for it with Pat. This one I purchased, but this one I purchased at a great price. And I actually think this one might actually be in a little bit even better condition than the last first appearance of Iron Fist. So here you have it. Marvel Premiere, number 15. Got it from Eric at Counterplay Comics. First Danny Rand, first appearance of Iron Fist. Very happy to have, I think, an even better copy in my collection. Another hot one. First appearance of the third Black Knight. I think the real first appearance is Avengers 47. It's got a yellow cover. I also got that earlier in the year. But this one is the first appearance of this Black Knight, I think. It's a different Black Knight. So kind of like technically the second appearance, the third appearance of Black Knight. I have no idea. It's Avengers 48. It's a key issue. Picked it up. Really cool cover, too. The Black Knight lives again. Another key issue that's hot. Nova, number 1. Big spec on a few characters. There's big spec on speculation on Black Knight. There's big speculation on Nova. Very happy to get Nova number 1 at a great price from a great guy. Thank you, Eric. A really solid looking copy of Nova number 1. Very happy to finally have acquired this. I've been hunting this one. Not the best copy, but not the worst. It's a fair grade. It's not in too bad shape, especially these thicker old books. They're hard to find in good shape. There's a crease there. And a crease there in the corner slightly. But other than that, it's in sharp shape. You can't see the back, but the back is beautiful. This is the first lovely Carol Danvers. Great time to acquire this before the movie came out. So, still hyped. Could have got it for cheaper if I bought it even sooner. But Eric took care of me. So, very happy to have this in my collection. The first Carol Danvers. Really cool with the Sentry there. Where stalks the Sentry. I bought the first Sentry too. His first appearance was a Fantastic Four. I forget what number. But glad to have the first Carol Danvers. Also, I bought the first Captain Marvel. First appearance of Captain Marvel. This was in a little bit rougher shape. It looks sharp, but it's a little crinkled. I don't know if there's water damage. But it probably isn't. I think it's just the age of the book. Because the inside did not look like any water damage. The pages did not look like any water damage. It smelled like a normal old comic book. It didn't smell like a damp water damaged book. So I think it's okay. I actually got it at a great price. First appearance of Captain Marvel. There you have it. Very happy to finally have acquired this. It is the first official appearance Captain Britain. It is from the United Kingdom. As you see, 10 pounds, not 10 cents, 10 pounds. This is Captain Britain #1, Marvel Comics Group in the UK in 1976. It's a year younger than me. And the mask was included. Not in this bag or anything. I think these might have came bagged, but it had the mask. So it is 100% complete. It's got the mask and the book. Couldn't go wrong. Very happy with this week's comic acquisitions. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you like and subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, hit a like. If you want to subscribe, give us subscribe to the channel, and let's join us along for the ride for future videos. So thanks for watching, guys. And if you do subscribe, hit that little bell next to the subscription so you get updates on all the future videos I post. All right, guys? Getting a little groggy and tired here. Like I said, it's very late in the night, early in the morning now. Probably moved into the next day. It probably is February 7th now. But it was when I first started recording this New Comic Book Wednesday, February 6th. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm done rambling. Have a good evening. Have a good morning. Whatever it is where you are. All right, guys. Bye.